I would say that one thing that helps a lot is as you go through this more and more and more, as you just get older in life, you realize that it's all about long term, long term, long term. All the classic virtues are just the classical virtues are really just saying to you, whether it's in the Bible or whether it's the Romans or whether it's the ancient Greeks or whether it's Stoics or whatever, they're all saying kind of just look, focus on the long term and don't focus on the short term. Most of the vices, most of the the so-called acts of the devil are basically temptations of cheap dopamine. And if you can avoid those and just focus on long-term rewards and payoffs, you will do better on average than someone who focuses on short term. Now, gluttony is like don't eat too much because even though it tastes good now, you'll get sick later. Lust is, don't covet your neighbor's wife or husband because you're going to then get in trouble and possibly get killed or ostracized or ruin your marriage, et cetera, et cetera. You can go through every single one of these. All of the classical virtues are basically saying optimize for the long term instead of the short term. And if you just want to do less 180s in your life, if you want to have better long term thinking, optimize more for the long term. The same way, I think if you broaden the scope of your thinking based on your needs, then you're going to have better outcomes in life. For example, if you can't even take care of yourself physically or financially, then obviously you focus on that. But once you can take care of yourself physically, financially, and mentally, then you have to start focusing on others. If you have too narrow of an aperture and you stay self-obsessed, you can be a miserable human being because your mind will just self-obsess and nothing will ever be good enough, and you'll just keep feeding the ego until it literally implodes. Um, but if you sort of start broadening your aperture as the moment you have excess resources, then you can start taking care of your family and then maybe your tribe or your people and eventually everyone in the world. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, to do something like what Elon Musk is doing, which is taking all these excess resources and using it for things that are ostensibly good for humanity.
Turn it off.